So the second principle by F.W.Taylor is harmony, not discord. Fine. He emphasized that harmony should be there in the organization, but not the discord. Why? Why? And very first, we need to understand the meaning of these terms. Only then we can understand that what F.W.Taylor was willing to say. All right. So, what is the meaning of harmony? Harmony means a state of agreement, or you can say a peaceful existence together. All right. There is a group of people, and they all are living happily. There is no problem among them. They are living peacefully, and they understand each other. So you can say there is harmony among them. Understood the point? Okay. Now, what is discord? Just opposite to that, disagreement, or you can say argument. So again, the same example, if there is a group and the group members disagree over something again and again, and they keep on having argument, so what happens? Discord exists there. All right. So F.W.Taylor said that in an organization, if you really want the organization to perform better, okay, the smooth functioning of the organization, then what should be there? There should be harmony between managers and workers, but not the discord. Actually, what happens? It is a kind of general mindset. Okay, we always, you must have heard a lot of jokes about it, and it's a kind of mentality also that employees are always tired of their bosses. All right. So for an employee, a boss cannot be a good human being. He cannot imagine his boss to be a good human being. Similarly, a boss cannot imagine his employees to be a good human being. So it is a kind of mindset that if somebody is my boss, then he has to be very much cruel person who is always ready to suck my blood. This is a kind of mindset. And what, on the contrary, what the boss feels, he feels that each and every employee of mine is what? Work shy. He does not want to perform well. He always wants to give the excuses, lame excuses. He wants to fool me. He tries to become more smart, etc. So this kind of mindset has to change, because this is not good for the organization. It neither benefits boss, or we better call it employer, nor it benefits what? Employees. Fine. So in that case, F.W.Taylor said that there should be complete harmony in the organization between employer and employees, between managers and workers. Okay, there should not be any kind of class conflict. Fine, taking their positions. Okay, so if there is any kind of argument, disagreement, that should not take place. Okay, and how it is going to happen, how this situation will be achieved? So for that, he coined a term, he stressed on a term, and that was mental revolution. Revolution means change, and mental means related to mind, and here we can take the meaning mindset. Mindset means you can say thinking of any person, perception of any person. All right. So his perception, his attitude, his thinking should change. All right. Employees need to change, as well as employers need to change their perception, thinking, and attitude towards each other. They both need to understand each other's importance in the organization, because they both are complementary. If you imagine an organization without employees, can you really imagine that there is one organization which is working without employee? Not possible at all. Similarly, that employees always need their employers. There cannot be any kind of organization in which only the employees are working and there is no one to handle them, nobody is to command them and to give instruction. All right. So they both are complementary to each other. So they both need to understand their importance. They both need each other. Okay, they need each other. Fine. Okay. So when they have to live together, so why not live happily? F.W.Taylor said that. And to live happily, they have to change their attitude, they have to change their mindset. But it will not happen only by saying. Okay, both part have to make every possible effort to bring the situation of harmony. How? Now, what the employer should do? Employer should, you can say, if he is earning huge amount of profit, he should share that gain or some portion of that with his employees. Then what happens? Employees become happy. All right. Okay. And similarly, what should happen with the employees? Employees should work hard. They should be willing to work hard, and they should accept any kind of changes made by the employer for the welfare of the organization. Because in the welfare of the organization, the welfare of the employees also lies. All right. So they both need to make efforts to bring the situation of harmony. So F.W. Taylor stressed on that. All right. So this principle, if this principle is applied, then what happens? It is a kind of science, because you can say it is a kind of mental science, because when, until unless this situation does not change, then what happens? The efficiency does not increase. All right, whether it is the efficiency of employer or it is the efficiency of the employees. So if you really want to increase the productivity and efficiency of the organization, the employees and as well as of the employer, then you will have to apply this principle. All right. So this was all about harmony, not discords. Now let's move on to another principle. All right. So this is the third principle given by F.W. Taylor: cooperation, not individualism. Cooperation, you already understand, support, help. Okay. And individual means to be separate. Okay. Now let's understand what does F.W. Taylor want to say by this principle. See what happens in an organization, and let me tell you important thing about it. This principle is the extension of principle harmony, not discord. Okay, so whatever we have discussed about harmony, not discord, this principle will take that thing forward. Now, what does it say? Okay, you will find a bit similarity here, but this is a step ahead from there. Okay, very first you will have to establish harmony, not discord over there. Then you can expect this. Fine. Now, what happened? Manager and employee, they both have to work in the organization. Okay, and this is also there that they both are not there on the equal position. Manager is always there on the upper position, and employees are treated as his subordinates. All right, so in that condition, the responsibilities of management becomes more. Okay, so F.W. Taylor said that uh, management should have paternalistic style of management. Okay, so what is this paternalistic style of management? Paternalistic style of management says that manager should treat his employees like his family members, and he should act like their father. Like a father takes care of his family, and he takes care of all the family members. Whatever things are required by a family member, father arranges that. If there is any kind of problem, then father solves that problem. So the same kind of attitude and mentality should be there in the mind of the manager or employer, owner, you say that. All right. So he should be having a feeling of cooperation, not competition, because there will be no competition between manager and worker, because worker is there at the lower position, the manager is there at the higher position. He is already having the higher position, so why to have competition? All right. Sometimes what happens? Few seniors have that kind of mentality that my juniors will go ahead. Okay, so I should not do that, and etc etc. So that kind of attitude should not be there. Okay, both need to perform their activities. F.W. Taylor said one more thing, that there should be equal distribution of work, okay, and activities among employees and worker. Now, equal division of work doesn't mean that what whatever proportion of the work is being done by worker, okay, similarly he will have to do that kind of work. No, they both have different kind of work, but involvement of both should be there equally. Means for as many hours a worker is working in the organization, manager should also work for those many hours. So this is called as involvement, participation, or you can say that it is a kind of cooperation. So by this what happens, the employee also gets motivated, he feels motivated. Okay, and one more thing that employer should be in the supportive manner, he should act like father to solve the problem, and when it comes to take credit, then he alone should not pat his back, right? Okay, when it comes to take credit, if organization achieves anything good, then the credit should be shared. Okay, so that is what the individualism should not be there. He is not supposed to keep himself separate, he is not supposed to pat himself, he is not supposed to get all the admiration and praise that I have done it. All right, it's not like I have done it, it's like we have done it. Now you must be remembering one principle of Henry Fayol, that is what? Esprit de corps. All right, yes, you're right. Esprit de corps principle of Henry Fayol is similar to this principle given by F.W.Taylor. F.W.Taylor also said that there should be cooperation, okay, and the separate credit should not be taken by the management. Same thing is said by Henry Fayol also at that time, that I should be replaced by we. Okay, and one more principle of Henry Fayol is being applied in this case, that is initiative. In initiative, what happened? Henry Fayol said that employer should make that kind of environment so that the employees may come forward to give any kind of suggestion, and they may start working on some kind of plan. Okay, he also says that management has to provide that kind of environment. If any kind of suggestion is being given by the employees, then management should welcome that. Okay, and if they are making any kind of law, rule, regulation, policy, then they should take the confidence of the employees, so that the things may go in a smooth manner and they are mentally ready for that. Okay, and they also have a sense of belongingness towards the organization. They do not feel individual, they feel like a team. All right, so this principle says that the cooperation should be there in the organization, individualism should not be there. All right, now, and what are the benefits of that? Benefits, really there are a lot of benefits, that companies goodwill increases. Okay, and trade unions will not go on the strike, there will be no need for the trade unions. Okay, and there will be cordial relationship between them. So these are the positive aspects. Okay, now let's move on to another and the last principle given by F.W.Taylor. Alright, so this is the fourth and last principle by F.W.Taylor. Development of workers to their greatest efficiency and prosperity. Greatest means the highest point. Efficiency, we already know. Efficiency means if you are given any task, then you should perform it without wasting resources, in a very less amount of time, and in the most appropriate manner. So that is what the efficiency. And prosperity means related to wealth. Wealth means they should be earning money and fulfilling their dreams. Okay, kind of getting success, that is related to prosperity. Okay, now development of workers to their greatest efficiency and prosperity. This was the last principle by F.W.Taylor. What does it mean? He stressed that he said that their organization should aim on developing the workers to their greatest efficiency. Fine, they should make that kind of plan, they should perform that kind of activities. We're talking about the organization, right? So that the employees who are working there, they should develop. How they would develop? They would develop so that they become efficient in handling any activity and they achieve success in their life. Okay, and for that F.W.Taylor from very first time very first activity related to the employee, he was stressing on application of scientific management. How? Let me tell you. He said that when you appoint an employee, so scientific appointment should be there. You should appoint an employee scientifically. It's not like that you kept someone just on the basis of formal relationship, cordial relationship with his father. Okay, any kind of recommendation, references, that system will not work. If the employee is eligible, capable, deserving, only then he should be getting that particular post. So in that case, what happens? Already you have taken the deserving candidate. Now another step. So this is what the scientific way, the scientific selection. So when very first you have selected the candidate scientifically, another point, what you need to, because it's not like that you are appointing a single person. It's not like that you have single position only. You have various position in the organization and various selection as per the requirement will have to make. Now you need to distribute the work, assign the jobs as per their physical and mental capabilities, as per their talent, knowledge. Okay, and then you need to train them, and that training has to be scientific. All right, so by providing the scientific training, what happens, they also develop a kind of way to find all the time best possible way to complete any task. So whatever approach you have developed, the scientific approach you have developed to complete any task, that will be instilled in those employees as well. Okay, so by that what will happen, that will ensure what, efficiency of that employee. Okay, he will start performing better activities, he will start taking better decisions, he will start completing the task in the best possible way. Okay, you will be saving your resources, you will be saving the efforts, you will be saving money. Okay, and you will be achieving success. And when the organization achieves success, automatically the employee also achieves success, he also gets money. So when an employee becomes efficient, what happens, an efficient employee earns more, produces more, and just because of that, organization is also producing more and earning more. That's what the organization wants, just increasing the productivity and efficiency, so that a lot of money can come to to their house. All right, so that happens only when you keep your focus on the development of your employees to their greatest efficiency and prosperity. Every employee cannot reach to the top, that only the deserving one. So you need to see who has that much potential, who has this much capability or caliber, and actual amount of development should be put there. You need to give them chances so that he may develop ahead and ahead and can move on ahead and ahead in his life. All right, so in that way what happens, he achieves efficiency as well as prosperity. It is beneficial for the employee as well as for the organizations. Okay, so because prosperity of employee and prosperity of organization go together. Okay, these cannot happen that only the employee is improving, the organization is not improving. However, it can happen the organization is improving and that it is not sharing benefits or the gains with the employees, but that should happen. Already we have discussed in another principle, that has to be the responsibility of the manager. All right, so it is all about the 4 principles of F.W.Taylor. So this is enough for today's video. In another session, we'll take scientific techniques given by F.W.Taylor, which are very much necessary to apply these principles successfully. All right, then, see you.